I'm Robert Lefevre, I'm the director of the Promise Recovery Centre. What we're hoping to do with these short clips is to help people to understand the nature of addiction and what can be done about it. Lying. We're good at lying. We're very good at lying. We're good at white lies and we're good at black lies. And we need to differentiate lying from denial. Denial is the basic psychopathology of addiction, where we genuinely don't see what we're doing. This is not my hand, it's not in front of my face. That is not a lie. I'm telling the truth, but you can see that my truth is wrong. Now that is denial. And it's very difficult for other people to tell the difference between denial and lying. The chap who says, "I haven't had a drink," is telling the truth. He's telling absolute God's truth. You know that it's not true. His truth is wrong. But he doesn't know that, or she doesn't know that. "I haven't had a drink." He believes it, she believes it. But it's just not true. That is denial. And that is the basic psychopathology of all addictive behaviour, that we just don't see the truth of what we do to ourselves and to other people, or our basic actions. Lying is different. And there's various different types of lying. First of all, there's the George Washington. "Father, I cannot tell a lie, I cut down the apple tree." We can all do that, and that's easy. It's easy to lie, and it's also easy to tell the truth about it. To lie over whether I stole something or not, again, is complicated because I might think that I'm going to get punished if I tell the truth. But again, it's not that difficult to say, yes, I did do it. To lie over my feelings is much more difficult, and one wonders whether it really is a lie. "No, I don't feel sad." "No, I'm not sad." "No, I'm not angry." "Oh, really? You could have fooled me." You know, again, as addicts, we're not very good at identifying what our feelings really are. We may like to pretend to ourselves that what we're saying is true. "No, I'm not angry. Why do you keep going on about me? I'm not angry." You know, well, anybody else can see that I'm angry. But I think that you're hassling me. Well, of course I'm angry because you're hassling me. You're causing it. Well, that is not true. Nobody can make me angry. Let me emphasize that. Nobody can make me angry. You can affect my value judgment on something, but ultimately I'm responsible for my value judgment. Supposing you were to steal something from me. Well, my value judgment is I earned that. It's the product of my work, and I believe that I'm responsible for, you know, how I behave, and you should be responsible for how you behave. And if you steal something from me, that is in effect taking my work, and I value my work and I don't like it. So my anger is because of my values, not because of your behavior. Because I've now won the lottery and I've got loads of money, and I'm not bothered whether you steal some money from me or not. Help yourself. So you did the same action, but my reaction was different because my value was different. So when I say you cannot make me angry, that is true. What makes me angry is whether I feel something conflicts with my values. Well, I'm responsible for setting up my values, therefore I choose to be angry if a particular one of my values has been violated. You can't make me sad. It can't be done. And if you were to hurt a member of my family, I would be both sad and angry because I value my family. If, on the other hand, I decided, well, you know, I've had one family, maybe it's time to start another one, not too bothered about them, then you wouldn't be able to make me angry on that. So you understand the principle that it's really our own value system that causes us to be happy, angry, sad, whatever. And we can change that or modify it. if we wish. Well, the values that I've got now are fairly well circumscribed, they're fairly well defined, as a result of getting into recovery 21 years ago. And I don't want to change them, but sometimes I come across a new idea or a new way of doing something that I'd still be glad to change. So I think adulthood is the process of learning to be responsible for one's feelings and for one's reactions. It's those two things in particular. You know, it's very easy to be responsible for one's thoughts, responsible for one's actions. But being responsible for one's feelings and responsible for one's reactions is very much part of recovery and adulthood. And that's what we lie about. We lie about how we feel. We lie about whether we had any choice over our reactions. No, he made me do it. Well, the government did it. You know, we lie about that instead of facing up to our own responsibility for how we need to behave in society if we're going to get the relationships that we want. We'd always rather blame somebody else. Say, you know, I deserve this, I'm entitled to it, this is what I should have. Instead of saying to ourselves, my behavior has been appalling, I need to reflect upon it. I need to change. I need to do what I need to do in order to get happier. I need to do it. And we tend to lie to try to make out that everything's everybody else's fault rather than ours. And it doesn't work.